Spring is in the air and Mother's Day is just around the corner. Last year you gave her flowers. The year before that, flowers. The year before that, yep, you guessed it, flowers. This year, how about flowers and the gift of music? Take her to the Old Rock House for Debstock 2023, featuring Russo and Company.
You drive me to drink, so I drink and drive another nail into the railroad ties. Once my track's finished, on board I climb and I'll ride right through the night. Hey,
Ryan Shaney.
I'm on the edge. I'm looking down and I don't see the bottom. Can you forget? Lost and found, just like some prodigal son, searching for shelter.
Emily Wallace.
I just want a simple life in St. Louis. I just want to spread some love in South City.
And comedian Meredith Hopping. Doors open at 2:30 and the show is from 3 to 7. Advance tickets are $15 and $20 at the door. This is a benefit for glioblastoma brain cancer. Advance tickets can be purchased through etix.com. It's Debstock 2023 at the Old Rock House on May 14th, featuring Russo and Company, Ryan Shaney, Emily Wallace, and comedian Meredith Hopping. We hope to see you there. Don't forget the flowers.
Hey everybody, Shane Presley here, Rock Paper Podcast. Thank you so much for tuning in to another brand new episode. Today's features returning guest, One Way Traffic. Had a great time hanging with them and talking about their brand new record that is available everywhere. We talk about their big release party they just had and how much fun that was. And all kinds of other stuff. So check out Move Into the Outside now wherever you get your digital music at. You're going to get a little preview on today's episode. We're getting some stories behind these songs and much more. And you can catch One Way Traffic May 13th back at Old Rock House with Arkansas and Opal. So come on out to that show. It's going to be a good one. I do want to remind you, as always, Rock Paper Podcast is brought to you by Friendship Brewing Company in Wentzville, Missouri, serving up all your craft beer needs. With over 25 rotating taps out there, sure to got a beverage just right for you. We got a lot of great food on the menu, all kinds of burgers and nachos and flatbread pizzas and pretzels and salads and tasty eats. Plus, they got a huge patio out there, a great space for hanging out on a lovely spring afternoon on a weekend and having some cold drinks with some friends. And you get some great live music out there, too. They got some events coming up. On Tuesday, they're kicking off their spring cornhole league on Tuesday, the 25th of April. On Thursday, the 27th of April, there's a Singo Bingo going on, and that's the best of country. And then Friday, you got your music starting with Josh Liddig on Friday, April 28th. Saturday, April 29th, Buddy and Whistle. And you can find their full concert calendar, beer menu, and food menu, and everything else at friendshipbrewingcompany.com. Be sure to follow along with them on your Facebook and Instagram for more info. And keep an eye out. Friendship Brewing Company is coming to Hannibal, Missouri, and Flint Hill, Missouri. Opening up 2 new locations this year, so keep an eye out for that. More info coming soon. And you heard about it on the intro over there, but Debstock is happening May 14th, Mother's Day, Sunday at Old Rock House. This is a benefit I put on in my mother's memory for raising awareness and funding for brain cancer. And this year I brought along a bunch of my talented friends and Russo and Company, Emily Wallace, Ryan Cheney, and comedy from Meredith Hopping. Tickets $15 in advance at etix.com or message me and I'll get one to you. And over $20 at the door. Day of show 3 to 7 p.m. Doors at 2:30. We'd love to see you there. So come on out and join us. Mother's Day, Debstock at Old Rock House. If you need anything else from me, feel free to reach out. rockpaperpodcast@gmail.com. Hit me up on the socials. rockpaperpodcast.com for everything. And with that out of the way, sit back, relax, and enjoy this brand new episode with One Way Traffic.
A podcast is kind of like it's like a radio show that's not on the radio. It's on the internet. Does that make sense? Yeah. That's also like my mom. It makes it sound more confusing, doesn't it? It sounds like this.
You're listening
to
Rock, Paper,
podcast.
and we're One Way Traffic.
Rock, paper, podcast.
Scissors beat paper, paper covers rock. Rock beats scissors, Shane covers non-stop. Never know what new kind of guest that he's got coming at you. Live and direct on the spot, could be rock, folk, country, or hip-hop, jazz. All kind of folks that he has. Could be an artist or a comedian to make you laugh on the
Rock, paper, podcast.
double-decker fudge round, rolling round town. Shane coming at you live and direct from ground zero. He's your hero, he's your bestie. Rock Paper Podcast with Shane Presley.
Rock, paper, podcast.
Hey, everybody. Shane Presley here, Rock Paper Podcast, coming to you from St. Louis, Missouri. Hanging out today with One Way Traffic. Welcome back to the show, everybody.
Hello.
This is, we got, three-fifths of the band today with us. This is cool. I'm really excited to catch up. It's been a while since we all got to hang, and I know you guys have been busy working on this brand new record that we got out now and had a big old release party and all kinds of fun stuff. But so I figured it'd be a good time to catch up and dive into this brand new album and talk about what you all been up to. But I guess before we get rolling too far, you want to go around and introduce yourselves for everybody listening?
Sure. I'm Sam Abishan. I play the mandolin.
I'm Sam Avery, and I play guitar.
I am Leah Osborne, and I play the baritone ukulele.
Yeah, and we're missing Eric and Drew today.
Eric plays bass. Drew plays drums.
Which we did an Eric one not too long ago. I actually got.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
That was a fun hang, kind of just to
Talked about the Muppets.
Get him to talk about it because he don't get a mic very often, so it was fun to get him to.
He doesn't want one,
right?
For the record,
right.
He refuses.
But it was fun to put him on the spot and make him actually talk for a while. So, and Drew, I think he might still hold the record for the most appearances on this show. So, we got the new record. Move Into the Outside.
Yep.
All right. And now available on all your streaming platforms and on CD. And but let's talk about Saturday night. This was obviously very fresh. We just had a big old release party over there with the Bernie sisters to a packed house at Old Rock House. Everything go according to plan or pretty close?
Yeah,
Yeah, it went great.
Better than expected.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, and then some.
Right.
Yeah, it was definitely the biggest show we've put on ourselves. I
Yeah.
feel like.
It was. Yeah, we got a real kick out of seeing a line out there before the doors even opened.
Nice,
So
yeah.
moving up.
Yeah.
It was great though. Yeah, we had 13 players on stage at one point. Had a full horn section, so we had trumpet, trombone, saxophone, keys, violin, banjo, in addition to the five of us. And then also the Bernie sisters were up there
Very cool.
for a full song, Funky Town.
Nice. Yeah.
It was awesome.
Yeah. those girls are a ton of fun too. They very sweet, and it's been fun to follow their careers over the years now. And
Totally.
but that was nice to see them a part of the show. And what you all recorded a set possibly for an upcoming live album?
Yeah.
Is that
We
right?
did, yeah. We felt like this was like going to be a really big show, and in an effort to, record the monumental occasion that it was, and also have some stuff that we could possibly put out in the future, we decided to record the whole show, get everything on tape, and then, may release it down the line and put it out for everybody
pieces,
else.
parts.
Or pieces and parts.
I'm excited to hear it.
You too.
Yeah.
That's the thing that I'm excited for too, is just how excited the five of us are to all listen back to it, because we all had such a great time and it was such like a euphoric feeling on stage. We'd love to experience that again and help the people that weren't there experience it.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I think that a lot of our studio albums don't really capture like the live show really. So
I would, I would definitely parts that are missing, but even listening to some of them, like you can definitely feel that it's maybe some live elements to it as you guys playing on the record. There's certain tracks I feel like that are like, I can imagine like it's pretty close to what you guys would do live.
Yeah. I think us taking, I don't want to say us taking as long as we did, even though it did take a little bit of time to get out. That really helped the album in a way where we could play the songs so much live and figure out what we like to do with them. That when we got in the studio, we were like, oh, well, maybe let's extend this part like we do live, as opposed to let's go in, get a concise, just bass model. We went in and said, well, let's make something more than, what we maybe did on the last album.
Right.
Try to give them that live, innovative feeling.
yeah, I mean like Operator and Voodoo Mama, Here Comes Mongo.
Here Comes
Those were like
Mongo
all
is- yeah.
live recorded recorded live jams in the studio. So
Pretty sweet though.
Yeah. I was speaking of like the big band version of One Way Traffic. Of maybe seeing some pictures and stuff triggered the memory of you all getting to play dubstock with me in 21 over at Old Rock House, and we had Aaron and Adam on horns and Garrett Ranji on guitar and
that was great.
Spanky on keys, and we had like just the big band version then that night too. And I mean, I think about that night in particular and that moment with everybody on stage. Like, I feel like when everything's all said and done, that's like going to be one of the highlight reel for sure. Like that was such a fun moment, and like it was just it was a great day, great night.
That's another thing too. I love how that was recorded,
Right.
and that's on YouTube or wherever.
Yeah.
And we can all relive. We did whipping post,
All right.
and Leah
That's right.
Leah sang it and kicked so much ass.
Yeah.
That's right, I
And
forgot
it's
about
just
that.
another great thing that we can relive.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember rewatching that video so many times. It was that was a great moment.
Yeah.
I think what's special though, circling back around to the new album, is that we're producing these songs that are able to support a big band now,
Right.
which is so cool. It's so cool for us. I mean, like, if we wanted to, I feel like we could hire a saxophone player and he could play almost over like every single show with us.
Sure.
So that's really exciting. The true progression of our band, the way it's going.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. I would say, it's what's really cool is like, obviously it's kind of founded in Grassy roots, but obviously you guys are exploring so many different more sounds, especially adding brass and keys and everything else too. So it's like, that's what's fun too, is like just exploring all kinds of different sounds.
Yeah. I mean, we talk about it often, how we all essentially met at Pop's Blue Moon around the condenser mic doing the Grassy Mondays. But I specifically remember Sam Avery saying something one time. This was like years ago. And we're just talking about the band in general and just life in general. Might have been right after like COVID started to open.
Is this at Lion's Choice?
It could have been at Lion's Choice, but
Shout out.
you said something like, I'll be damned if I play my acoustic the entire time I'm in a band.
Oh yeah.
And from then on, it felt like they just kept progressing. And we started writing differently. The electric was introduced. he's got an electric mandolin now. We have a full drum kit now, and Eric plays strictly electric bass.
Right.
So it's just really freaking cool. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah. Well, let's talk about some of these songs and highlight some of this brand new album. Again, now available everywhere. But I wanted we'll start with maybe the most catchy one for me, at least. Operator. This is one that gets and it's the last song on the album, and I think it's appropriate because as soon as you get done listening to it, like you want to start the record over again. It's just like it immediately gets that like little do 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 do, you know, like immediately start humming along and get that stuck in your head, and you're like, well, let's do it again. So it's like it's this song is a ton of fun, and this is a Sam Avery on lead vocals, and what all you want to tell me about this song?
Well, kind of like what you were talking about with the record. One thing I really like when we were discussing the track list and putting everything in order is how Dusty 17, the first song on the album, is just, you know, me by myself, and it's just, you know, just one thing. But then the end of the album, it's, you know, we're all peaking at, you know, this big part in the song. And it's just that final bump 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 bump. It's like everything just like, whatever. But
it makes it.
Yeah, it's cool.
That is really
it's cool. Yeah, I just thought of that. But yeah, Operator was one that a lot of my songs, I feel like the only thing I know how to write about is myself, and that comes out in, you know, a lot of my songs. But Operator was one where I was like, well, I want to try to write from like a third person perspective, and so I got kind of this image of this guy who, you know, is using a payphone or whatever to get a hold of the operator, and he keeps talking to this operator, and he ends up falling in love with him. And it's like there's certain lines in the song that kind of allude to the fact that he's never actually seen this person or met this person in real life. But like you watch me standing on the sidewalk, it's like everybody stands on the sidewalk, you know, but that person automatically attaches some sort of meaning to somebody who maybe they think is the operator or the proverbial operator in a sense.
Right.
But so that was definitely a big thing with that song when I was first getting into it. And also, I just like to try to write very catchy things. And so when I first came up with the progression, the bump, 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 I was just looping that over and over and over again. And eventually I got the melody, the and that was something that I was just playing on the guitar over that. And I really tried to let the song kind of build itself, like with different layers and parts. And yeah, eventually I added the lyrics after I wrote all those. And yeah, I was just trying to make something really catchy and maybe something that we could all, you know, relate to with that.
Yeah.
That pie in the sky operator. And we don't know what it is or who they are, but they're out there and you've, you know, seen them in little moments.
Yeah, man.
Too bad you never said you're sorry. Too bad you never said your feelings changed. And standing there to worry about all these things. Guess I should have seen it coming. I call you up, you say that no one's home. Guess I never got the message, even when I'd always check my phone. Operator, operator, answer the phone call. If it takes a dime for a moment of your time. No more dial tones, let me hear your voice again. Operator, operator, answer the phone call. Storm's passing out my window. The rain is cold, but I like the sound. Heard you planning through the headlights. I can't see without what you're standing on the sidewalk. I'm waiting for the morning train. Got my coffee and granola. Give you a call just to hear the ring. Operator, operator, answer the phone call. If it takes a dime
This, I think there's something also about that where it's like the little pause and like it's that helps like build like anticipation. You know, it's like in that melody and stuff too. So where it's like, and I don't know, it all comes together really nicely and it builds as a great song. And
Thank you.
This was a ton of fun and.
I think it's one of my favorite songs that we play live because of the open-endedness at the end where we can all kind of do, you know, whatever and build. But also when we all do the da-da-ba-da-da-da-da-da, a lot of times we'll just start, you know, just making noises and like have a little bit of a vocal jam.
Right.
But
It was really cool with the horns though.
yeah.
They put yet another, what I call another melody on top of the melodies that were happening. So like the stops you were talking about, the bop, 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 ba-da-da-da-da, they would do this like really,
ascending, like
yeah, it was
lick
really,
into
really
it,
cool.
yeah.
So that song is just, it's very open-ended. You can do a lot with it. It's great.
I the way my mind starts to work sometimes, like I wish I like had the know-how and abilities to do some of the things like, you know, but I start like kind of building a music video in my head. And this is one that like, obviously being the operator, like I immediately went to like Sam, just like laying there talking on the phone and like, talking to the,
If you want to make us a video for it, go
I was
ahead.
gonna say, we
It's
could do a
definitely,
music video.
it's definitely a song that should have a music video.
right.
I tried to be very like visualized with the lyrics too. Like I talk about rain and all that stuff. I try
And
to
then-
paint
and then-
that picture.
And then I start like the whole kind of like the whole music is the, you know, it's like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
so that's why I just start, the wheels start turning and stuff. But
That's good. That's what I like. You know, like we were talking about, you know, it's a very open-ended song in that way. And I like hearing whatever people think about when they hear it, you know,
Yeah.
keeping their thoughts open.
So what about recording this one? Is this was anything cool in the studio or?
We recorded that at Native Sound, right?
Yeah.
This one was definitely, I feel like, one of the first ones ever for us that we had a full-on jam section that was like over 2 or 3 minutes of jam. It might have been like close to 4.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember
the-
how long
the end
it is.
of it.
I remember we like decided on like a certain amount of time, and then every time, you know, we'd just be playing, we'd be like, oh, it needs to be longer.
Yeah.
So then the very last time we were like, we're not planning it, we're just gonna do it, and then that's eventually the one that we used on the album. Where
Yeah.
it's just,
I
let's
think
just
it's
go
like-
for it.
It's like 7 minutes, right? Or
Yeah, that song's close to 7. I'm pretty sure, which is great.
yeah.
But yeah, that was definitely a pivotal moment, I suppose, for us in the studio, because that was, like I said, the first time we've ever done a song quite like that, jam wise. So
Yeah, was the whole record at Native, or was it a couple?
We recorded some of it at Native and some of it at Sawhorse.
Yeah, two fantastic establishments for sure.
Yeah,
yeah, definitely.
But yeah, well, let's get another one in here. This song is a Drew Lance song titled "Go Easy," and this is another fun one. Just you know, it's a little more. I guess a little. I don't know. The way I interpreted the lyrics, I feel like there's a little more substance to it, I guess, like just like that he's like, I feel like maybe sobriety or dealing with some kind of struggle with something like, and I feel like this song and these lyrics in particular are a message that we can all relate to, and it's something we all need to hear certain days, you know. It's
Yeah, that's classic Drew, right?
Yeah, I feel like Drew is very honest about
Yeah, he's
himself with his songwriting, and I think a lot of people can relate to that, and a lot of people can kind of get behind that because you know, I think you know we all go through the same things, just at different points in our lives.
Yeah.
And Drew's very good about talking about all the different things that he goes through that people can be like, yeah, you know, I really relate to that.
things. So go easy on your head and be honest with your heart, my friend, 'cause one day you're gonna wind up there. So today's as good as any day to start. Sorry for all the things I said, I know it wasn't fair. Called you up 3 times from jail and left you feeling scared. The day I busted my head wide open, I bled all over your room. But if the rainy days don't come, then the pretty flowers never bloom. So go easy on your head and be honest with your heart, my friend, 'cause one day you're gonna wind up dead. So today's as good as any day to start. I know today's as good as any day to start. So go easy on your head. Be honest with your heart, 'cause I don't wanna find you dead. So today's as good as any day to start. I know today's as good as any day to start. You know today's as good as any day to start. We know today's as good as any day.
Yeah.
Pretendencies.
I was going to
is
say,
also
I
another
was just
song
thinking about
that's-
pretendencies like that.
It's just that, like you said, that
Honesty.
honest, those lyrics that people just immediately grab onto, and they're like, "Oh yeah, I've felt that
Yeah,
before."
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Well, that's probably, I mean, like, again, going to pretendencies, like, obviously, there's been a clear response to that song. I mean, it's
Oh,
like
yeah.
one of your most,
It is definitely our most played, our first song we ever put out too. So
but, you know, people are gravitating towards, I imagine, gravitating mostly to the lyric content, message, and stuff behind
oh
the
yeah,
song.
definitely. And he's really good at. I think he's really great at putting melodies together too. And I mean, that's a catchy ass song.
Yeah.
And people, so I'm gonna be
Oh, yeah.
okay. People
Yeah.
love that. I mean,
Yeah.
like that was one of the coolest parts of looking out there on Saturday at the crowd and seeing everybody singing our songs. It's just so
Right.
cool. I love that.
Yeah.
But yeah, Go Easy is obviously a cry, or not a cry out, but a obviously go easy.
Yeah, sure.
You know, like let yourself heal, let yourself go through the motions. And like I said, Drew's just really, he's got a really good way of putting that on paper. And
Right. Now, you guys, are you now as far as like writing these songs? Still, is it still pretty much you all write individually and then present it to the band and kind of create it?
yeah, there's only been a few songs that I feel like have been true collaborative. We just, me and Drew just wrote one like a few months back that was purely, he came over here, we sat down and wrote a song together in an hour. And that typically doesn't happen for us. We would like to do that more, but usually it's Sam sitting in his basement figuring something out.
Right.
I'm sitting right here in this chair figuring something out. But yeah.
But I do feel like that's what makes this group so great is that, we have multiple voices coming through, multiple songwriters, it's just all, and, just a lot of different styles all mixed up into the five of you.
I think it helps with the, it's like something for everybody things because, with right now, at least me, Leah, and Drew being the main songwriters, and we all write so differently, it helps, kind of set varying tones of what's going on. And like I said, give something for everybody to gravitate towards.
There is definitely, like, I also wrote a new song within the past few months and brought it to the band already. And we've played it a few times, but it was definitely like here's the bass. And then all of us collectively, most of the time he'll put a melody down and put some sort of riff in the song that is remembered on his mandolin, or he'll add different lyrics when I'm just doing like a C. He'll be like, no, it needs to be a C sharp.
Yeah, I was going to say Avery's really good about changing up the chord progressions.
Right, chord progression. So stuff like that. And like if Drew knows different spots we should hit and stop and do different rhythms and stuff like that, so it becomes a collaborative effort, essentially.
Yeah, right. This it's a lot of fun. This whole record, I feel like Sam was kind of saying, you guys cover quite a bit of ground on the record, from being more acoustic kind of sounds to these long jams and everything else that coming through. I think we said the title, but like Here Comes Mongo, having like an instrumental essentially, some gang vocals, but having this like a long instrumental jam on there was a lot of fun just to hear something a little different too. And but a lot of variety on this record, which again, like, was fun to hear all these different sounds coming out of the group. So and then I liked now this song Voodoo Mama. This was which anybody that's been following along for years, we used to do we did two of them, Voodoo Mama Fest down at Broadway Oyster Bar, which was like a
women.
Big celebration for women and all kinds of groups around town, and that was some really fun nights to be a part of, and then so now it's become a song and
immortalized.
Yep.
Was that like sort of the inspiration in writing that song, or is that just
no?
No.
So the inspiration's very random.
Yeah.
I used to work downtown at this catering place called Gourmet to Go, and there was this old woman who would come in and drop off like the RFTs or the sauce magazines, whatever they were at the time. But she was in all denim, and I called her Denim Rose, and me and one of my co-workers, we would make up like stories about her, like who she was. I'm sure she's this like voodoo woman. Like, she just had that look. She had all this denim on. There was like roses all over everything. It was a completely made up story.
Yeah.
Kind of. And that's basically what the song is based around, is a made up story.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's fun though. Like, just create a random backstory for this person. Yeah. Well, we wanted to highlight another tune, and this is Painted Window. What do you want to tell me
With
about?
my finger.
Yeah, so Painted Window, the way that I wrote the lyrics, it was kind of at the beginning of the relationship I'm still in, but it was the beginning of that relationship, and I was upset one day and decided to literally just write out my thoughts, what I was going through, and it was very linear, so there was no chorus, there's no bridge or anything. It's just lyrics for the most part. And that's really how I wrote it. It was about going through the motions of essentially, so like for me personally, I'll just get personal with it a little bit. I usually go right into a relationship. I won't really date said person. It'll just be immediate, like, okay, we're together, that's it. Mm-hmm. Well, this relationship, it was a little different. We were still dating and going out and doing, doing other things. So for me, that was a new experience. And that essentially is what the song is started about. That's what I was upset about. I didn't know how to handle these emotions that were coming at me that were like, to an extent, jealousy or like too high of expectations for what was going on, when usually I'm just used to being in a relationship. Mm-hmm. And then I guess some of the imagery that's in the song is my partner and I sitting in her car talking, and we're like painting on the window. You know how people do, like they'll just paint with the fog on the window. So that's what that is.
Nice.
But yeah, it's essentially just around learning how to deal with a new style of relationship or dating. Mm-hmm. So.
I think that's important for all of us too. Like just growing up, so it's like always evolving as humans and stuff, and whatever the next thing, the next phase of the relationship or whatever it is. But yeah, very cool. Thanks for sharing, getting a little personal with us today.
Yeah.
Well, again, this is available on all your streamers, and we have CD copies, physical copies available on CD, and you can purchase those at cdbaby.com today or any of the upcoming shows. And it's I think this is great timing kind of to drop a new record and kick off the summer because you all are going to get real busy here soon, huh? We got some festival season and some touring and stuff, right?
Yeah.
So
we're going out to Colorado in like 2 weeks, right?
yeah.
Indiana.
Yeah,
Indiana.
Kokomo this
Indiana. Yeah, we played this. Is it the Coterie?
Yeah, the Coterie.
Coterie. We love playing there. From the very first time we played there, we were like, this place is awesome. I loved it because there was a bunch of Ween stickers. My favorite band. But this is our first 2-night run at a place. So they have us back-to-back nights, Friday and Saturday. And it's the first time where we can be like, yeah, let's play 2 different sets, 2 different nights for the same crowd. Probably.
And they have really good burgers. Great burgers.
Yeah, great burgers.
Yeah.
They always give us a one-way traffic burger.
Nice.
Yeah. What was our burger last
that's
time?
right.
It had
was
like
PB&J with it was like
a barbecue sauce.
oh yeah, it was like onion rings and bacon jam.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
But yeah, we're Indiana this weekend, and then we do Golden, then Denver, then Boulder, and then Lawrence, Kansas on the way back. So it'll be a cute little 4-day run.
Yeah.
I'm excited.
And then our next St. Louis stop for the hometown crowd, you said it was
May 13th.
May 13th.
May 13th.
That is, it's going to be called, I believe, like the Road to Ozark Mountain Soul Fest, which is put on by Opal Agafia. I think it's going to be us and Arkansas and Opal.
Nice.
So, and that's at Old Rock House as well.
2 bands who we've really been seeing a lot lately.
Yeah.
And I think that's a great thing where
Yeah.
it's like, we kind of run with the same crowd now.
Sure.
And
Yeah, there's definitely like the circuit kind of.
it's like we can all just be like, oh, hey,
Yeah.
remember when we saw you? Right?
Yeah.
We're all trying to do the same thing.
Right.
The scene all connects.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. That's cool. It's gonna be a fun night, and so grab some tickets for that, and any of these upcoming shows, come out and support, and grab a CD at the merch table or a T-shirt and posters and all kinds of stuff we got going on. So, yeah, I'm excited to get out there and hopefully meet some new people and continue to grow the fan base all in all these different markets now and stuff, and so we can do a lot more of this soon.
We're definitely, if anybody out there is listening, we're definitely still looking for a booking agent and somebody to represent us. And so we can get, I think the goal for us is definitely to obviously put on our own shows like we did Saturday, but go on the road with like-minded bands that we open for, and we play venues and continue to hit ears that want to hear music like us. I think we want to do this for real for a while. So, we're gonna, I know that Sam Albashon and I have been really talking about essentially like putting our resume out there to see if any agencies want to back us and, pair us up with these bands that just seems right, like Leftover Salmon at Red Rocks.
just saying.
Let me just pick a name out of a hat.
Well, just or Railroad Earth or whatever.
That
or U2 or Beyonce or Maggie Rogers,
Humphreys
any
McGee
like-minded
or any of them.
that's for me. That's like that's the one I haven't got to yet. Red Rocks. I need to.
Oh yeah.
I need to make that happen one of these days. And but yeah, there's one that I talk about it quite a bit, and I kick myself. It's like for not making it happen, but it was it was Michael Franti and JJ Gray and Mofro double bill at Red Rocks.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, wow.
And they're like two of my favorite groups, and I was like, I should have been there. That would have been an incredible night, just like just like being out there. And then I think also I read that Michael Franti did like yoga on the rocks that morning.
I'm sure he did.
And I was like, I don't do yoga, but that'd be fun just to do yoga with my
Just sit and watch.
So, yeah.
Just sit there.
Yeah.
They I've been to Red Rocks when there's no shows, and there's people like jumping those like going backwards down these
like running up and
it's-
down the like basically the benches
Yeah,
where
the
people
benches.
sit and watch the shows.
and people doing yoga on the stage, and like
Right.
there's like drum circles and stuff. It's funny. I love that place though.
Yeah.
Excited to be back.
Yeah.
We should go there.
Yeah.
Hang out there.
We do that.
That'd be cool.
Yeah. But yeah, that would definitely be cool to get to open for some of your favorites there. So hopefully we can make that happen.
Yeah.
It'd be cool to do that one day.
What you mentioning the burgers and stuff like? Is that a pretty big part of the road life for you, finding the new spot to eat and stuff? Or
I think we're all kind of foodies.
Right.
We definitely
Yeah.
love eating.
Yeah.
We will say
Yeah.
that. I mean, yeah, we definitely like to pick out what I mean, the discussion of food is there every single day.
Oh,
We'll
yeah.
just say
I mean,
that.
sure. It has to be.
It has to be, obviously, but
what do you guys like? I mean, do you have some favorites or that you go visit, or are you always looking for something
Labao.
new? And
yeah, that's
Labao in Columbia.
Columbia,
It's,
Missouri.
It's right next to Rose Music Hall, and anytime we're at Rose, we're always going to Labao.
yeah,
going there.
Yeah. A lot of times they've got like a 40-minute wait now. It's like,
Yeah. They're good
Rightfully
now.
so, though. It's
Yeah.
It's
honestly
so
some of the best food I've ever had.
yeah,
good. It's so good. I don't know. There's always some sort of destination.
Right.
You know me. I freaking love food, obviously, but like, I'm constantly looking up like what we could possibly go eat.
yeah.
And we all pretty much like around the same. Just no peanuts is the.
yeah.
we gotta avoid peanuts and avocados and watermelon, and we're good.
Yeah.
But yeah.
We'll be putting a poll up on Facebook so you can guess who's allergic
Yeah,
to what.
who's allergic to what? God, I'm trying to think of like any really, really good meals we've had. There's a lot of good meals that we've had, but
Where's
we've been
the-
split up sometimes.
Yeah. I was
Some
gonna
of us
say.
Yeah.
are like we had sushi
I was
in,
going to say, I remember the sushi with the.
in Colorado.
Oh,
Yeah,
that was the
keep
first
it
time I
soup.
ever had
Keep and
sushi.
soup.
Yeah.
That was great.
That was your first time having sushi?
Yeah,
Oh,
it's too small. I want to eat my food. I don't want to eat somebody else.
yeah. See, and sushi's like my favorite thing in the whole world.
Yeah, I like it a lot too.
I just had it like 2 days ago, even. So, but yeah, food is.
I feel like a lot of times too, like between the five of us, we've all been different places, and somebody like knows a place
Oh,
where we're
yeah.
going, and it's
Right.
Oh, yeah. The
like, I remember,
Sam's
like
Diner.
Sam's number 3.
Yeah.
Oh
in
God, that's
Denver.
so good. I forgot about this. Such good onion rings. There's this place called Sam's Number 3 in Denver. I think there's a couple locations.
There's a couple
know.
of them there. Yeah,
Yeah,
It's
that
like a
was great.
huge diner.
So good.
it's good.
Remember when we drove 13 hours and then I had
Oh, yeah. We skipped In and Out. Is that what
we
you're talking
skipped
about?
like 5 in and outs we went from Idaho to basically the most western part of Colorado you could go to, but it was still about a 13-hour drive. And we skipped about 5 in and outs. And I can't tell you how hard that was to not go to an in and out. And then to show up to my aunt's house and not have any food made for us when it was promised. That was a little hard, but maybe
You're shooting on your aunt right now.
that's okay. She won't listen to this. But yeah, I guess In and Out is definitely going to have to be on our list
That's a
now.
bucket list spot.
Have you never been there?
I've never been.
No,
Oh,
I haven't
yeah.
either.
Oh, it's good. It's good.
I've never been either. Yeah.
I like it. That's what I'm looking for.
All right, let's pack it up and let's go.
Let's just go. When we go out even further out west too, we got to go to Jollibee.
Yeah, I've never been there.
It's like a Korean fried chicken fast food place. It's so good.
That's one of the good things, though. I feel like we're all open to different foods.
Yeah.
So we can just get whatever sounds good.
Yeah. Yeah, that's that's definitely some of my favorite part of travel, and just to get to see it. Luckily, we're pretty blessed here in St. Louis to have a lot of different, great restaurants, and kind of this giant melting pot of culture and everything else. So we got all kinds of different influences mixed up in the community here. So
it's great.
Yeah. But that'd be fun to get out there, and especially just hitting the road with your buddies and getting to see the little bit of the world. And
I like to cook too.
Right.
Yeah. There's a lot of nights where Leah will, we'll stop at a grocery store and she'll pick some stuff up and make some of the best food you've ever had.
Yeah.
There's a lot of, at this point we just get Airbnbs instead of getting hotels. Yeah. Because it just makes way more sense. And then I can cook. So yeah, the last tour we took, I cooked twice. So we got 2 separate Airbnbs. I think we did curry.
I was going to say we had tikka
masala the one night and something else the other.
What was it?
Oh, I made like salad. It was that.
Yeah, I know. I'm trying to remember.
I can't remember. Anyway.
I feel like it was some kind of chicken dish.
I'm sure that will happen in Colorado too. Because
you do like some andouille rice.
Oh yeah.
You do a lot of red beans and rice.
Yeah. But yeah, that'll happen again. I'm sure in Colorado this time because we'll just post up somewhere in the middle. Since that run is all on the Front Range, we'll find a place that we'll just stay out for 4 days. So probably cook.
Yeah. I was thinking about Sam saying about who's allergic to what. And I was thinking about maybe like it'd be funny to do some kind of trading cards or whatever, and then random fact, allergic to peanuts. So,
that could be like the his Yu-Gi-Oh cards.
Yu-Gi-Oh cards.
Yeah.
It's their flaw.
Yeah.
Kryptonite.
Yeah, maybe that's a merch idea for you.
I remember old rock house used to have baseball cards for the different bands that would come through there.
And now they do the drinks.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And I remember on the back of the trading cards they would have all the dates where they played at Rock House in the past.
Oh, nice.
It's neat.
I haven't seen those in a minute.
Yeah. There's a comedian I like a lot, Ryan Sickler, and I don't know how he ended up working it all out, but he had some kind of thing with Topps, and they printed official Topps baseball cards with him on it, and I was like, I was pretty jealous. I was like, yeah, that's pretty cool, just to have, but yeah. Well, again, get involved on the socials. We got your Facebook and Instagram is probably the best ways to get engaged. And then onewaytrafficmusic.com is the website for all info. And again, hopefully coming to a town near you. And we got a bunch of other, like I said, big festivals, stuff coming up this summer. So you can find all that information on the socials and get plugged in and hopefully have a good time out there this summer with One Way Traffic. I got a couple questions I wanted to ask you all, and I was thinking about if is there a certain fictional band you all would love to see live if you could? From I think about
2 fictional bands.
Like a fictional band from a animated movie?
Yeah, movie or TV.
I've got 2 that come to my mind.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
I got one.
The Soggy Bottom Boys.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Obviously.
Yeah, totally.
I think also Sweetwater from Almost Famous.
Oh my God.
Oh yeah.
Wait, was it Sweetwater?
Wasn't that their name? Or no.
Stillwater.
Stillwater, yeah.
Stillwater.
Sweetwater is a real band.
Sweetwater is the music company, right?
Yeah. The Beats from Doug.
There you go. Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about? I'm pretty sure they were green and purple people.
Yeah.
But great band.
Yeah.
I'm trying to just think of something.
One.
Spinal Tap is the obvious answer.
Oh yeah.
What's that cartoon? about the metal band, Metalocalypse. Yeah, the guys from there. That'd be good.
Yeah.
Zorak from Space Ghost.
Hell yeah.
I'd love to sit through a Zorak show.
Yeah. The SpongeBob Bubble Bowl band.
Oh yeah.
That moment on the Goofy movie when Goofy's son is like performing as, I can't remember the name, but
Powerline.
Powerline.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Oh yeah.
That
Powerline.
shit is so great.
I would
too.
love to see a Powerline.
I would
show.
love to do that because he's like being flung around on stage, and that would be cool as hell.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
Good question.
These are the things I think about sometimes. Like, there's a lot of good answers though. It's one of those things like once you start thinking about it, you're like, man, there's all kinds of good shows.
Oh
that,
man,
like,
Dr. Teeth.
Yeah, Dr. Teeth.
Dr. Teeth is probably number one for me.
Yeah. And then Lone Rangers from Airheads.
Oh my god, I love that movie.
Yeah.
Oh my god, Brendan Fraser.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to watch that one too. I thought I hit them all.
Yeah.
I just watched Encino Man.
There you go.
Shoot,
Yeah.
that's so funny.
Lonesome Dove. Outside Out.
But yeah, so anyway, these are just silly things to think about. All right. I mentioned trading cards about say we have one-way traffic action figures coming up. What would you like to see as accessories to go with your action figure?
Chef knives
Yeah.
for me, definitely chef knives and chopsticks that are like sharp.
Am I allowed to say lightsaber?
Yeah.
Laser sword. I don't know. I'm trying to think of just interests. I feel like probably the big gold WW or WCW belt.
Oh yeah.
That'd be good.
I'm trying to think like what Eric or Drew would.
Eric's got to have a bicycle.
Oh yeah, that's
Or a
right.
screwdriver because he works on bikes.
I mean, Drew used to wrestle and stuff, and played football and stuff too. So maybe he could have like
Singlet.
something.
Detachable hair. You can change
Yeah,
hairstyle.
really. I was thinking about like a helmet of some sort that could do something.
Yeah. All right.
Bicycle.
What now there's like obviously there's a big market for it today with like especially having all the streaming networks and stuff and Netflix and things like that, but is there like I asked the question a lot maybe like as an actor or actress kind of role, but also like I was thinking about it for the band, is there a movie or TV show you wish you were in? Is there a certain thing you think like a one-way traffic songs would really fit well into a show or
Man.
It's a good question.
because I mean you look at like some of these like Yellowstone and stuff, there's a lot of like music involved in these shows now, and like
Yeah.
and a lot of these artists are like kind of getting big breaks from these shows, and which is cool to see. So
Man, that's
Yeah.
a really good question.
Yeah.
yeah.
I can see What a Day and like the end of some shitty Netflix rom-com. Someone's in the hospital and it's just like, you call it life.
I mean, like parts of Operator could be like
Yeah.
in between scenes of pretty much like I don't know. I think of a show like
Broad
Dexter
City.
or well, yeah, Broad City. That's literally the first thing I thought of was Broad City.
I mean, I could see San Fran being in a movie too. Like,
Well, what's really funny is San Fran was
Night Flight scene.
that was influenced by this 6-part HBO thing called Angels in America. It's just really dramatic stuff. I'm not going to get into it, but basically this Mary Louise Parker, I think that's her name. I think that's the name of the actress. Yeah. She's like in an airplane and her last scene, she's like, night flight, San Fran. I dreamed I was there. And that's like the first lyric of the song. And so, that could totally be in that movie or.
yeah.
Wait,
when the
what's the
plane's
first
taking
line of
off?
San Fran?
I
I
dreamed
dreamed we were there.
I never knew that.
And I saw it. Yeah.
I thought you were saying, "Oh, Dreamweaver baby."
Yeah. Oh, Dreamweaver baby is what I was.
Whenever we sing it, I'm always like, "Oh, Dreamweaver baby."
Oh my God. And what is and Eric says for the shark when I say I don't see no I don't see no man, he says, "Are you saying Encino Man?" So, yeah.
We are now.
That's one of my favorite things. If like people like told us what they thought they were hearing,
Right.
Yeah.
and we like wrote a song about what they thought they were hearing, as opposed to what it actually is.
Yeah, those are misheard lyrics are some of my favorite things. Like there's always I think I don't know. I can't remember what the example was. Stacy did that not too long ago. We were cruising around and I heard her singing, and she said, whatever she said, and I was like, "Wait, what'd you say?" She's like, "That's the lyrics." I'm like, "No."
I feel like you and I were just talking about.
I had
that
one
the
of
other
those.
day.
I had one of those recently where I was like, the song "Whip It." Mm-hmm. When he says "try to detect it," I thought he was saying "tattoo detective."
I'm kind of the queen at that though. I don't really sing the right lyrics a lot of times.
Yeah, I was like, "Tattoo detective."
Tattoo detective.
And Gabby was like, "What the heck?"
Sorry about it.
That's funny though. All right, what about a dream duet or a collaboration for the band? Is there? Honestly, there's a bunch of our favorites out there.
I've always wanted to sing with Graham Nash.
Yeah,
He's always been up there pretty high for me for the band though. Miley Cyrus. Nothing Breaks Like a Heart tour.
Oh yeah. Yeah, if we're talking
We opened for Miley.
Are we talking individual?
I think Taylor Swift had picked
Duos?
us as one of her openers.
Or like the band opening for another. Or like
who do we want to play?
No, like
with?
who
do we
would
as a
like
band
someone
wanna
sits
play
in with
with?
us, or
right.
okay,
Or however you want to do that. Yeah, but some kind of
oh my God. I mean
Sting.
yeah.
I mean, shoot. I feel like there's a lot of good, like any of the people from the McCurrys, like
Yeah.
Oh,
Ronnie
yeah.
McCurry or Jason Carter or Dell.
Or Dell, period.
He could sing a song with us.
God. These are really good questions.
Do you guys? I mean, obviously, that's kind of the fun of the spirit of the festival season and stuff out there. Like, do you get to do quite a bit of that? Like, getting to, and I mean, like, kind of what you did at Saturday at Old Rock House, getting to bring up some featured players.
We're starting to, I feel like, make those connections with people like we were talking about with Arkansas and Opal. So, like, that's starting to happen for us where we can be like, yeah.
Yeah, we had Opal, Mike
Mike on fiddle. or,
from
yeah,
Opal's band.
violin.
He just played with us.
But yeah, that's Richie.
I was going to say
Nag.
Richie
Rich
Nagan
Shaking Nagan, baby.
from the
Richie.
P-Funk.
But yeah, we love that. I mean, like, we would have loved to have Vince sit up on stage with us at
Oh
that
yeah,
show.
totally. Like Vince or Drew Emmett. Those
Yeah, I
There's
was
so
gonna
many of
say-
those things. So, we get those people up there and it's like we're playing, but we're all open mouthed, wide
Yeah, just like-
oh
yeah,
my
yeah,
God.
like, oh my God, that's
This is
Vince over
happening.
there.
All right.
I was gonna say Vince is one of my. I would love to collaborate with him or have like a duo kind of thing. That would be so cool with Vince. I feel like he and I would vibe. Talk about cheeseburgers, and mushrooms, psychedelic mushrooms.
On cheeseburgers.
Yeah, on cheeseburgers.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I just think I also kind of just believe in, manifesting some of this stuff. Put it out there, yo.
I've been
Totally.
talking about us opening for Leftover Salmon now for the past 3 years
Where?
Yeah,
at Red Rocks.
Yeah.
Probably like 2026, something like that. Maybe. I see it.
Yeah.
that'd be cool.
One-way traffic, Leftover Salmon, and what other band would be there?
Railroad Earth.
Railroad Earth, whatever. Or
Galactic.
Who's that girl who did the house version of Deal?
Oh.
Playing in the Sand?
I don't remember.
I don't either.
But yeah, we could have her.
what was that band at Northwest String Summit that was like the two girls ripping?
Shook Twins?
No. You were
Oh, Molly Tuttle? Or?
No. There was a piano player and then a guitar
Oh, Holly.
Oh, Ghostlight.
Oh,
Ghostlight. That's
Yeah.
what it'll be. It'll
There
be
you go.
one-way traffic, Ghostlight, and
That
leftover
sounds
salmon.
good to me.
You know what I mean? It's like all of our worlds combined.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Or Umphreys, whatever.
Right. I mean,
That'll work
Oh,
too.
we can start
Who's
naming
ever-
bands.
Yeah.
What about P-Fish?
Yeah, I was going to say Fish.
Yeah. Yeah.
They don't do openers.
Yeah, that's why I was like, I'm trying to keep it real. I don't know if Fish would
We'll
actually
play before Fish at Bonnaroo.
Yeah.
There you go.
is there something you think that y'all could get into the Guinness Book of World Records for?
Oh, boy. Most fun had on stage.
I'm trying to think of something like having to do with driving, like Eric
Yeah.
being mad all the time. Or
Yeah, Eric, that hothead.
yeah, oh yeah.
And this guy is pissed off.
Most hated roundabouts. I don't
Oh,
know.
yeah. I hate roundabouts.
I don't know.
Yeah.
That's about it.
All right. And what about celebrity impressions? Does anybody do impressions in the band?
I don't know about impressions.
Yeah.
I mean, I think sometimes there's just funny voices we do that
Right.
can
my
be
God.
attributed to so many people.
Yeah.
Yeah, I really like Sam's old man, like bluegrass ish voice
Oh, man,
that he
if only I
does.
could think of maybe a reference.
I don't want to say it out loud.
I know. But that's one of those voices
Yeah.
too, where it's like,
I was gonna
I feel like we meet so many people that like we can all pick up on, not saying, anybody in particular has a funny voice, but some people have funnier voices than others.
Right.
And, we can just kind of pop each other with all these different voices and be like, oh my gosh, I know who that is.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah. I was going to say Eric does that Hermione,
oh yeah.
it's not,
You do a good
Oh,
Ron
yeah.
Weasley. Me.
I don't remember the
What
line.
was the line?
It's Leviosa.
It's Leviosa.
No, I don't remember.
Not Leviosa. We have been doing a lot of like videos and stuff that are
Yeah.
supposed to be comedy. We think they're funny as hell. And in particular, Sam and I really love skits from like SNL or Whose Line Is It Anyway? So we try to integrate stuff like that in some of our like promo videos and stuff.
Yeah.
So,
Well, I really enjoyed the
ghost videos.
the QVC.
oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That's great.
I just think like things like that. I just love, like, of course we have the music aspect and, people can listen to our stuff on Spotify,
Right.
but I love like being able to do things that really like showcase our personalities
Sure.
and like knowing what everyone's good at and like what they're like excelling at. It's like, I love, putting that on display. So like,
Well, I mean, that's
Yeah.
like the fun of, obviously there's you got a ton of other problems, but social media, like getting involved where you can access your fan base more regular like that, having, be able to be engaged with them and share these videos and these funny things and stuff. I mean, or podcast, even like what we're doing
Yeah.
today, like,
Yeah.
these things where it's not just you as the performer on stage for that hour, but you get to know you as the people too. So I think it's a lot of fun. And I think that's what's made podcasting what it is today, like,
Totally.
and stuff
Yeah.
too. Like people love these conversations and hearing these things and stuff. So, but yeah, I think it's a lot of fun just to, get to be silly and have fun with your friends doing it, so.
yeah. I can't remember who said it, but somebody was talking about a record is called a record because it's a recording of something, and it's a tangible thing that's like always going to be there, and that's in the music sense, of course. But especially now, like one of the benefits, like you were saying, with social media and the ability for anyone to, sit and create a video on their phone or anything and put it out there for so many people to see. We just have such a resource for people to be remembered in a way that so many people that have never had any of these things were unable to do. And I just love taking advantage of that to where, years down the line, we can look back and see where we were at a certain point of our life. And even, when people are gone,
Oh, yeah.
there's just so many things that we can look back on now and have a recording of them.
Yeah.
forever.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Actually, I talk about that a lot on the show, just like the fact that I've had friends on the show that, have passed and like having their voice recorded on here and things like that. Like it's just, it was cool to preserve that, memory and stuff. So.
Help other people know the person and everything going on.
Yeah. Yeah. Continue to share their story.
Yeah, if you get a song written about you, you live forever.
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
It's pretty cool.
Yeah. Well, yeah, that's pretty, I feel like that's pretty good spot maybe to wrap up. We, kind of full circle, kind of cover full range of, emotions and topics. And, but we got again, a brand new record available now everywhere on your streaming services and CD copy. Which I wanted to ask too, like, Move Into the Outside, I noticed is a Lyric and Dusty. And what was there much of a talk about why that particular lyric?
I think we were just in the van one day and we were all kind of like...
We were just like spitballing ideas.
We were like, it's got to be called something.
Right.
Just bee storming.
And so...
So originally, what wasn't originally like moving to the outside?
Moving to the outside, yeah.
And then like, I don't remember who suggested
Move into
the outside.
Yeah.
But that was it. Yeah. We were just...
I think it was a good analogy too for kind of the album. Because, the first album is very bluegrass kind of influenced. Somebody's getting ready to do a drum solo outside.
1, 2.
Yeah. But Moving to the Outside, I feel like is a good analogy for, we have this, the album starts again in a more grassy kind of sense. And then we're moving to the outside where like Operator, Go Easy are very bigger pieces. And I think more.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I think that's makes sense now that you're talking about it that way. That's for sure. And then catch One Way Traffic, Opal, and Arkansas here locally in St. Louis on May 13th at Old Rock House. Full details and the rest of the shows on the website at onewaytrafficmusic.com and Facebook and Instagram. But appreciate you all spending some time with me today and
of course
getting to do this.
Thanks for having us.
Appreciate
Thanks for
you.
coming out.
Yeah, always a good time catching up with you all. So appreciate it. And let's do it again soon.
For sure.
All right. Bye, everybody.
Goodbye.
Au revoir.